How's it going? I'm Scott Stefan, product designer at Ronix. I'm really excited to be presenting to you our groundbreaking new boot technology, the Brainframe. The Brainframe has been over 3 years in the making, our most intense R&D project ever. Before I talk about the future, let's talk about our past. We created the first award-winning, baseless, one-piece chassis design. This allowed your foot to get closer to the board and cut about 1/3 of the weight out of our boots. So the limitations of boot hardware in the past have been that we want the base plate to be super stiff for heel-toe response, but this needs to be soft enough to stitch into. In our new design, we've separated the upper from the base plate, which allows us to get a much more rigid base plate and a softer, more conforming upper. This is the skeleton. This creates the internal structure of our upper. This is really the basis for a revolutionary new fit and functionality. In the past, we've only had heat moldable liners. Now the frame also adapts to you. One of the big advantages of the skeleton really is the energy transfer. So you're getting the laces pulling over the top of your foot, driving straight into the bottom of the chassis. So no energy is lost between your laces and the inserts on the board. The fact that you're not losing energy gives you more feel and response out of your board. So another advantage of the skeleton is it actually keeps your foot centered over the top of the hardware. So in a lot of other boot designs, you have uppers that are so flexible that it allows your foot to move back and forth over the top of the hardware. So the skeleton really keeps your heel in place. This new toe cap's actually a dual injection part. It's locking into the front end of the base plate. It's got a hard piece of plastic underneath your foot and then soft plastic around the outside of your foot. And what that does is it maximizes energy response for heel and toe lift and still allows the upper to be soft in the front of your toes. So the heel design we've trimmed down a little bit and added more curvature. Because the skeleton can expand, it allows us to fit a wider range of shapes in the heel. And what that's allowed us to do as well is take away silicone inks, take away J-bars, take away stuff that we were adding to try and accomplish more heel hold. And now it's just more of a direct contact between your hardware and the board. The baseless section of our plate has actually grown by about 13%. So you're getting even more board feel and more response out of the bottom end of the boot. So there's actually aluminum beams built into the sidewalls of these boots. And what that does is it creates more stiffness heel to toe and creates more interlock between the skeleton and the base plate. Okay, so the gasket on the bottom of the plate serves multiple purposes. One, it protects your board. As well, it's actually a little bit taller in the heel and toe, so it's gonna create more heel and toe response by adding pressure to those areas. It reduces vibration and dampening. Say you like the stiffness of a code boot, but you like the look of the new Parks boot. You have the option of taking the code liner and putting it into the Parks shell. So really this allows full customization of your boot. You can interchange the TPU gasket, you can interchange the base plate for different stiffnesses, different colorways. The name Brainframe came about because of this amazing fit and functionality that's created a direct line of communication between you and the board. After being in the industry for over a decade, creating hundreds of footwear designs, I feel we've truly found the ultimate boot for every rider. Be sure to slip your feet into our patent-pending Brainframe at your local pro shop.